Let's go around here. I need a workbench. I need another workbench.
You're gonna overtake us, mate.
So it's 3 sheets of plywood for today's workbench, and it's very similar to the style of workbench that I've built a couple of times on the channel, the Ron Pork workbench. My quest for the perfect setup continues. So the garage here is the workshop for the home renovation, and we're going to be building wardrobes, cabinets, that kind of thing. And I want it to work like this. A lot of the stuff that we're going to use is probably going to be sheets, like plywood and stuff. So I want a sheet storage area here, and then I want to pick the sheets up one by one and bring them onto a bench. Today's workbench. Now, you know, I've got a workbench right here, clearly. But the issue with this one is I made it for portable work site use. You know, put it in the van, drive to a job site and set it up easily. It's lighter, smaller, and I had to improvise in order to support bigger sheets. So I came up with this little wing design that you can see here, and it kind of clips in. And it's good, it supports the sheets, but it's not great. You can't just throw the sheets on, you've got to be a bit careful with it. But it was a sacrifice I had to make it more portable. But now I have more space, so I can make a more suitable workbench that I can just throw sheets of ply on and not worry about it. Keep this one for job sites, so it's nice and compact in the van. And then I got the best of both worlds, right? I got given this, so ad, and I've had it for a little while, but I never use it. It's kind of fun though, right? I do have plans here for the workbench, but these plans were designed by Ron Pork, so I'm not going to show you them here on the channel, but I highly suggest, if you want to follow along and build the same kind of bench that I'm building, I'll put a link below, and you can buy the plans off Ron himself, and they're really good. There's a full breakdown here of sizes, and they're both in imperial and metric. Ron started designing these benches over 10 years ago and sharing it here on YouTube, so I'll link his channel below as well if you want to check that out. Highly recommended. That's where the inspiration for this bench comes from. This guy here, the guy who created it. There you go. That's the size of the bench top. About 1.8 meters by 864 millimeters. The added bonus of the table saw is it's much quicker. Cutting through all of that with the track saw would have taken twice the amount of time, but you get a lot more rough sort of tear out on the edges. See all that? Might need to change the blade on my table saw, that could help. And having a bit more surface area so I'm not sort of holding the board and stopping it from tipping up. I think that'll help as well. So if you've got any ideas, let me know in the comments below. We've got a bench to screw together just about. It's that time of day again. Check it out, plums. This is from our neighbour's plum tree. It's plum season. And we've still got a whole bunch over here in the bowl as well. Anyway, this kitchen here is what I want to replace. And I'm thinking, possibly, maybe, potentially, replacing it myself. Building new cabinets. Now, I've got plenty of time to think about this because there's a lot of structural stuff that we want to change. And obviously the kitchen will be changed after that. But I'm thinking I could build some cabinets, and that's part of why I'm building the workbench I'm building that can break down plywood sheets. And then I'll have to do something about my table saw because it's very difficult to get consistent repeated cuts with a track saw because I'm relying on me, right? I'm relying on me putting the track in the right place every time. That's what I found when I built that laundry, and it takes a lot longer because of that. Look at that. Thing of beauty. So Jess, what are we gonna do with all these plums?
I have no idea what to do with them all. We're not going to be able to eat them all. We're going to become one of those people with a chest freezer.
Yeah.
Like my grandma.
We're still working on the plans with the architect and figuring out what we're going to do there. We know we want to open this kitchen up a bit, and we know we want to go to the front yard, so none of that has changed. Let's carry on with this workbench, shall we? Scott Brownie here. The only reason I put these blocks on is to raise it, because I had these sacrificial pieces up here, these ones. So when I cut through the thing I'm cutting, I don't cut into the bench, I cut into this instead. So I put them on just to raise it above this level. Well, there's your frame. Time to put the top on it. It's quite a loose sort of flimsy thing at the moment, which is what helps with the portability of these benches. I'm not very strong, that's very light. Let's put the top on it and that will help get it square. I'm just using screws here, timber screws, square head timber screws, and I'm not gluing it this time. I want to be able to unscrew it and change things in the future, and if you glue that and pin that, it's a lot harder. The bench is done. I'm really enjoying this, by the way. Having this garage and building stuff in here and getting prepared for renovation and having all this space, it's a real luxury. Oh my god. Oh, I forgot to router this. It's taking the edge off so it's not sharp. I've put 4 holes in the top here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And those holes are for legs. So the way Ron has designed the legs is that they have little hinges. They have hinges at the top that keep the 2 pieces together, and the hinges slot into these holes. I might do that, but I want something a bit more, maybe like a cart or something. I'll do that in the future, I think. But I didn't want to eliminate the possibility of having the fold out legs. Oh my god. This is why I made the smaller bench. The workbench in all its glory. I'm definitely going to put some holes at the top here for all those clamps and bench dogs and things like that. There's a system that you can use to do that, and I'm going to see if I can get a hold of that. But anyway, there we have it. You grab the plywood here, you want to work on the bench, pick it up, put it on there, and then you're like, oh no, I've got to go work at a work site. And then you just grab this bench here. And you put a hole in the roof. Cut all your sheets there, move over here to a table saw, maybe another workbench, one that you can really hammer away at. And there's also the drop saw over there. I'm very happy with this setup. Have I said that already? Oh yeah, like I said before, I'll put the link below for Ron's channel, and I'll put his website so you can see where all his plans are for this bench and other benches like them. He doesn't know I'm making this video, by the way, it's just, he deserves the credit. Alright, I'm gonna keep working on this garage. I'm gonna have a nice storage area for timber, and then, it's all happening. See you in the next exciting episode.